One final segment on the Com Radio NFL Draft Show for this week. Ryan Stevens now joined by Ryan Hickey at the desk for 2-minute warning action. We'll put 2 minutes on the clock and see how many questions Ryan can get to in this time. And Ryan will start. Who is the most improved team after the first week of free agency?
Well, after the first week, it has to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They make a big splash so far, starting with Malik Jackson from Denver, and then from there they made a other couple of additions as well. I think they are the big winners after week one.
Jags are the winners, but a lot of teams still with question marks. Ryan, who do you think is the team that has the most question marks going into the NFL draft a couple weeks from now?
You hate to keep harping on this team, Ryan, but it has to be the Cleveland Browns. They have still so many questions at so many different positions. They have to address a lot in the draft. I think they will be the most watched team and what they can do draft-wise in this upcoming May.
Carson Wentz or Jared Goff may be the first quarterback off the board, but Ryan, who is the best quarterback in this class that we'll be talking about 5 years from now?
I think 5 years down the road, it still has to be Carson Wentz. He's still getting a lot of comparisons to Andrew Luck, and those comparisons aren't light at all. So I think he has the size, the build, even though he came from a small school in North Dakota State. I think 5 years from now, Carson Wentz will be the best quarterback out of this draft.
The Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots with the blockbuster deal earlier this week. Ryan, who won that trade?
I think it has to be the Arizona Cardinals. You saw in the NFC Championship game last year against Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers, the Cardinals struggled to rush the passer, and that gave Cam Newton a lot of time to tear apart this defense. I think getting now a bona fide edge rusher coming off 12.5 sacks last season, I think the Cardinals won this trade for sure.
Martavis Bryant was a steal in the draft a couple of years ago for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ryan, he is suspended for the 2016 season. Do the Pittsburgh Steelers need to draft a wide receiver this year?
I think they can stay away from that. They're still good. If you look, you still have Antonio Brown there as your number one guy. Still Marcus Wheaton as well on the outside, providing a lot of speed. I think combined now with Ben Roethlisberger, a very good quarterback, they will be good on the outside, at least talent-wise, where they don't have to draft a receiver and can wait till next year.
The Broncos retained running back C.J. Anderson. Ryan, do you like that they matched the deal with Miami Dolphins had out for Anderson?
I do like that a lot. You see C.J. Anderson, one of those most reliable backs, maybe not one of the talked about running backs in the league, but definitely the most reliable. I think that's a great signing by the Broncos, keeping him. Because you see a lot of players right now leaving the Broncos. That was big that they kept him coming back for next year.
A couple big guys running the 40-yard dash this week. Who will have the better time, Carl Nassib or Anthony Zettel?
I think it will be Carl Nassib. You see, he just built a freak, even though he ran a little bit slower in the NFL Combine than did Zettel. I think Nassib will run faster this week.
He's Ryan Hickey. I'm Ryan Stevens. That's it for today's show.